Today, we will be taking notes over raster versus vector. Label the top of your notes page raster versus vector, and then draw a line to begin taking notes. There are two types of computer graphics: raster, which is sometimes called bitmap, and vector. A raster image is a grid map that has bits of color that are called pixels. You need to write raster image in all three of these bullet points. I would also draw this example. It is a grid map. Pixels are square bits filled with color. So each pixel only has one color in it. So each square is filled with one color. So this image actually is this. It is just zoomed in really far on one of the eyeballs. So this image is an example of a pixel image, or a bitmap, or a raster image. Here is another example of a raster image. Sometimes if the image quality is low, you can see the pixels specifically. So how the picture looks kind of blurry, those are the pixels you are able to see. Some artists use pixel art, so they mainly work with pixels for their artwork. Here are some examples of those. Popular format extensions: an Illustrator extension, a JPEG extension, a Photoshop document, a portable network graphics, tagged image file format, graphics interchangeable format, and Windows bitmap. You need to write down these three bullets under popular format extensions for a raster image. Raster and bitmap graphics are not scalable to larger sizes. The files tend to be large, and they are not easily edited. You need to write down all three of these bullets. A vector image. So we just finished talking about raster. Now we are going to switch to vector. So a vector image has points, which are these. They are also called anchors. And they have lines or paths. You need to write those down. I would draw an example as well. So this is an example of a point, and this is the line. Here's what an example of a vector image looks like filled in with color. Some more examples of vector line art. So you can physically see the points or anchors and the lines on this image right here. Vector image. For vector images, the file size is usually small. Images are scalable and remain high quality. And these images are easily editable. You need to write all three of these bullet points down. So when it says images are scalable, that means that you are able to resize an image and remain high quality. But the file size is usually small, so it does not take up a lot of space. Popular format extensions for vector images. You need to write down PDF and Adobe Illustrator. Those are the two file format extensions that we will be working with. You may have heard about these already too. Fonts. Vectors create fonts. So if you see a font, it more than likely was created by a vector image. This image shows how fonts are created with anchors and lines. Resolution. This is its own section. Resolution is measured in dots per inch. The higher the dots per inch are, the better resolution or quality the image will have. If you have a really, really high resolution, then your file size will be large. If you have a large file size, your process of working with the file will be slower because it will be trying to load that resolution. You need to write all of this down. So, in summary, a bitmap or raster image is used for photography and web design. It allows for great color detail. The enlargements loses quality. It allows larger file sizes, slow processing, and slow transmission. Vector is used for fonts, logos, posters, brochures, t-shirts, and printing. It is limited to color detail. However, you can enlarge with no loss of quality. This has smaller files saving only mathematical formulas, which uses less memory, so it uses less bandwidth and will not be as slow to process as a bitmap or raster image.